Your work is really important. You know it. I know it. The people who follow you know it. But it's not just reaching people. It's not just sharing with others. It's getting into the consciousness of the masses. Your memes, your videos, your clips, your work, your creativity informs the field at a quantum level. So long as you're aware of the quantum level, and that's a whole nother conversation. But it's like, it's like the nose on your face. Until you really look at it, until you think about it, it's not there, it doesn't exist. Quantum level is the same way. So you need to be aware of your power. You need to know it. You need to feel it. Know it, feel it, act on it. Then it becomes in its most powerful form. So these memes that we make, they're the largest amount of information condensed in the smallest means, correct? And we see things daily that inform this reality. We see things that want from us the same thing we want from them, the expression, the continuation of the idea, the expansion upon it. You could have the best memes in the world, but until you start connecting with other people that are making great things as well, and then the interplay of the web, of the multiverse, of the Spider-Verse. If you haven't gone to see the new Spider-Man, you need to go see it. Okay? It's probably the greatest quantum interdimensional reality film ever made. And it is precisely that storyline that I'm talking about in the same way. You love people, you act, you interplay with other people, you want the world to be a certain way, you want to save people from certain doom, from doom that the powers that be, the algorithm that is, will tell you is the only way. It's the only way out, guys. It's the only way to play. You either follow what the machine told us, you either follow what the state told you, or you're out. You're off the team. You're out of the field of love and kindness from the people who will butcher you otherwise. You're out of the game. But that isn't love. That isn't true coherence with the field, with the divine intelligence of our world, of the multiverse. And these are all heady ideas, and the science backs it all up. And if you're paying attention to the actual science that isn't sold ad nauseum on Facebook and CNN and Fox News and fuckyou.com, which is what all those sites are, fuckyou.com. Fuck you and yours and your whole family and everything you work for. You will follow us. Facebook and Google censor 97% of all that is on the internet. Now you go look through the internet, you're like, the internet is massive. Look at all this information. Now times that. Add another 97% to that. And then just, if you can conceptualize it, just watch your mind being blown in the mirror that you're looking at yourself in. And be like, okay, why would they censor 97%? What is it? What is in that 97%? You think that that's all child porn? You think that's all how to make nuclear weapons in your backyard? You think that's all the anarchist cookbook? Is that what you think? Are you that dense? Are you? You better not be. You better not be that dense, that dumb. And if you've listened this far, then you just ain't. You're not that dumb. You're not that dense. You're smart. You're intelligent. And you're capable beyond imagining. But you have to connect. You have to start sending the messages. You have to start making your own web of friends, of support systems, of groups that share. You know how many people that I've met online in the past couple years that it's just like, didn't know them from Adam, I didn't know them or anything that they were doing, and now I feel closer to them than people that have been in my life for decades. Why? Because they have spent so much of their lifeblood, so much of their energy, so much of their core resource to spread the memes, to spread the most information in the smallest package, to risk censorship, to risk ostracization, to risk imprisonment in countries where people aren't allowed free speech, and in countries where it's totally stripped, and in areas where it's stripped, people who got, they pulled the short straw and they got took. All that risk, they still did it. They're still doing it. They're still doing it. Facing the terror. Facing all that stands against them. Like in Lord of the Rings, the king, the Return of the King, Aragorn runs in there first against the legions of Sauron. But guess who's right behind him next? The hobbits. The shortest, weakest motherfuckers in the whole army, the ones that nobody thought could do shit. They're the ones that just went for it. They hopped to it and they charged. And then the people looked down and said, oh my God, look at these children, the supposed children who saved Middle Earth. That's the true equality, the true, the equity. What all these words that they're throwing around, where they're pulling on your heartstrings and making you want to, submit. If you don't do this, you're a bad person. That's what all this shit is on the corporate ideology. The Pride Month, all this shit where they're selling you a bag of goods that the corporations all have to bow down to because they're owned by BlackRock, they're owned by fucking Vanguard, they're owned by these corporations, these mega conglomerates that own companies. That's all they do. They own companies. They own stock in every major corporation, and then they decide what the corporations push. And if you don't do that, then you're out. You think you're on top, you think you're the true CEO, you think you're the runner of that company, you don't follow what Vanguard says, out. Finished. Done. Okay? That's how it works. You want to be an ideological, you want to fucking think that you're bigger than Vanguard, you want to think that just because, you created the company, but you have a board now. You're beholden to them now. And that's the antithesis of the true community. That's the antithesis of coming together as a community that wants truth, love, and freedom. No, that's being beholden to the guy holding the sack of cash. The guy holding the paperwork in his hand, his or her hand, that says, you do what we say or you are ex-nay. You're out. You're finished. You're beholden to them instead of beholden to the truth. Instead of beholden what's right. You're beholden to might makes right. The pen and the paper that says you're our bitch. Or else. Do what we say or else. Pen, the word pen, comes from the fourth angel that fell from heaven with Lucifer right after him. He taught humanity writing with the pen. And through that mechanism, erased people's true innate intelligence. And they followed the word written. Not the word spoken, not the intelligence shared through the auric field that you didn't need to say shit, you just absorbed it. No, the written word by the authority. The authorities which you never met. The authority which lives on high, that just reap the cream off top of all the civilizations. They live in absolute obscene luxury while pretending to be saints, while pretending to be holy. They're the intercessors of God. They're the intercessors of reality. You're just a bitch peon. You're a bitch peon and you'll do as you're told. You'll do as the word says. And it's not like in the Bible or in all the holy texts where they say in the beginning there was the word, the spoken vibrational frequency which manifested all reality through vibration and sound. No, it's not that. It's what somebody put on paper. And I've had to deal with, again, I'm a writer, so yeah, I'm perpetuating the illusion of pen and paper. Where people, they could pick up my book in 100 years, let's say, and they say, oh, this is all absolutely true. Even though much of what I write about is fiction, so much of it is the truth. So much of it is morality. So much of it is deep, dark history that nobody fucking believes because it's all been erased out of the curriculum. It was never allowed to be in the curriculum. Ever since the Council of Nicaea in 200 AD, they're like, oh, no, that's out. Those 36 books in the Bible, out. Too much information. They don't need to know that. All they need to know is that we're on top. I'm the master now. Jesus is dead. We kicked him upstairs. Yeah, he's holy. Yeah, but he didn't actually mean that. He didn't actually mean that the kingdom of heaven is within you. He didn't actually mean that it's all, in your own hands and you're actually God. He didn't mean that. He meant we're God. And we decide what's what. That's what he meant. We speak for him, through God now. Yeah, we strung him up and we slaughtered him, but we're still the good guys. It's all Romans 13. You shall do as the government says. You should do as the church says, or you're excommunicated, you're strung up, you're burned as a witch. Wow. Yeah. Oh, you didn't think that's what was really going on? You didn't know? Now you know. Now condense that shit into the smallest possible bit of information and send it out to the interweb. That's the whole point of this video. Memes. And the sharing thereof. To all that will take it and run with it and condense it down further and further. What you've seen exploded since the pandemic, the meme hood, the memedom that is now is greater than any level that people could have imagined. There's so much information out there. It's just, unless you've been following what's been going on, unless you've been looking at it, that's the thing about memes. If you're not following it, if you're not informed about what's going on in the situation, then the memes have so much information, they have so much condensed that you're like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. You have to be so well informed, and then it's like, it's all hieroglyphs. The bird, the squiggly line, the fucking, the staff, whatever. These are super condensed memes that once put into connection with other memes, it's just condensing and dancing and down. It's a supercomputer. Memes are supercomputer algorithms. That's how it works. And the more you share, and the more that other people share what you share, and then the more you come together and you start talking and you start, enjoying it, start feeling the power of the memes in your life. And then you see your meme go out there, and then other people, they add their own creativity and they whip it up in a mix and it creates a new thing. And you're like, whoa, it's a multiversal, interdimensional quantum mania. It's the true quantum mania of us. To the smallest quark, to the Googles. There's so much in it. There's so much beyond it. And the true victory is in the hearts of the people, as they say in Warcraft. And so until people's hearts are awakened, until they're cracked open from the concrete steel dome trap of fear, anxiety, anger, not righteous indignation, not the true anger that's actually pointed in the proper, towards the problem. No, towards the people who are in the way of the establishment. They redirected all your natural impulses to destroy yourself, destroy the mechanisms which support you and others, and a good way of life. That's the social engineering. That's what they've done. They figured out how the mind works. They figured out how the body works. They did it long ago. Before the pyramids were built, they knew. And that's why history repeats over and over and over again, because it's the same fucking people. It's the same fucking techniques. The techniques don't change, because why should they? Why should they? They work. And they don't stop working. And therefore, we stick to what works. We keep them down. We keep them at each other's throats, divide and conquer. If you're a deep student of history, then none of this is new to you. If you're a deep student of conspiracies, i.e. people keeping knowledge away from you about how shit really works, about what's really going on, because it's a knowledge differential and therefore a power differential. Keeping people in ignorance is the greatest weapon. It's the greatest evil of this world, period. Over and out. That's it. That's all. Have a great day.